Hi everybody and welcome back to my craft room. So this is my weekly personal challenge and it is to go through the alphabet randomly and trying to do things that are maybe a wee bit different, things that I've forgotten that I had in my stash. I don't feel I'm using my stash as well as I could, so what I do is every week I will pull a letter at random and I have a list of just things that I put against each letter. So this week it is P for pens and pencils. So what I did was I have used a die, a stamp and a die set. This is the stamp and die set from Gemini. It's called Peony, and I've stamped it several times. So I tried to use the brush pens, the markers that I've got, the Prism ones, but I didn't like it. I think it's too sort of solid, it doesn't blend well. So I pulled out my watercolour pencils and I have started painting with the watercolour pencils now. I've done quite a few of them, the stamped images, and what I like particularly, and I'll just finish this one, is that, you know, when you've got a whole load of pencils or pens, felt pens, brush pens, you know, markers and what have you, I find it difficult often to get the right combination of colour and shade. And so what I like about this is that you don't need to worry about that, because you put one colour on and all I'm doing is putting quite a thick amount of colour in the areas of the stamp that are shaded, and then I take my brush and I can just spread that colour out, and what happens is that you get the same colour, it's just a different shade, and so you're not having to worry about matching the exact colour. And I like the fact that you can make it a lot lighter or a lot darker just by changing the amount of water that you have on your brush. So I have really liked doing this and practicing it, and I've got so many different brushes. Some of them are not good. The brush that I'm using actually came in the box of pencils, so I just think because this is quite a small image and I don't want it to go all over the place, that I've got a wee bit more control with the smaller, thinner brush. So there you go. So what I did was I have coloured out a number of them and I've fussy cut a few as well, and I have got things ready to put together a card. So I'll show you what I've got. So I have card blank, 5 5/8, I believe. I have cut out a piece of background paper and used this embossing folder to emboss it. So make sure I've got it the right way. So I'm just going to stick this on to the card blank. Have I run out of glue? Got another one here. Okay. So I'm going to position that on there. Then what I want to do is to put this on, the base one on. I want it to glue right up to the edge. On there. And then I'm just going to pop a few dimensionals onto the little flowers that I've cut out, and just to decoupage it a wee bit and get a little bit more interest in it. So I need to figure out which flower this is. That one on there. So I might put an extra layer on. Let's just see how this looks. And we've got some tiny little squares here that are great for the fiddly little bits. Okay. Now check which way it opens. That way. I've also looked out some sentiments from my sentiment box, and so I have pulled out a few, and I have just to decide which one. I think that one's really nice. It's got the right size. It's not. Right, so I think I'm going to go with this one for the best friend in the world. And we'll just stick a couple of foam pads on there. And then finally, I have a ribbon. Now I have used this ribbon comb. I remember we used to have Afro combs, you know, when we had perms and things. That was a long time ago, but I've used that to tie a bow. I just have to trim the ribbon a bit. That's it. I don't know where to put it. I don't know where to put it. I think there. I think it should go up there. So I just need to grab my glue. There we go. Glue. Get the ribbon in the right position. Okay, so I am quite happy with this card. I could maybe put something else on here, but I don't want it to be too fussy. I'm going to keep, I'm going to finish this, because although I might not use it on this card, I think it's a really nice thing just to have ready while I've got everything out. You know, the watercolour pencils I do really like, and I feel that it's easier for me to use than the felt pens or brush pens, because of just the way I blend. I'm not very good at that. So this is my P for pens and pencils, and what I also need to do just now is to pull my letter for next week. So we're kind of getting through it a little bit. So this is the letter is N for napkins. Okay, I think I have a couple of napkins, but I've never used them in crafting. So that is my alphabet challenge for next week, N for napkins. So I will be scouring the internet for things, ideas and things on how to use napkins. But in the meantime, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you're all well, and please take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.